Let's see. I think I'm doing fine. So I think I'm live. So yes, I'm fine. It's working. Perfect. So yep, I see myself. Perfect. Hi guys there. Hi. So we're just gonna wait a little bit, make sure that you guys can find us, make sure that Heather, I think it's Heather who's helping us today, does also come should be Pink Fresh Studio. And then we'll get started. As always, hi everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. In case you have never been here, it's your first time. My name is Nathalie D'Souza. I'm part of the video education team for Pink Fresh Studio, and I come every so often to show you some ideas on what you can do with the product, especially scrapbooking, which is my forte. As always, remember to comment and share the feed for a chance to win a gift certificate at the end of the live. And like I said, we're just gonna wait a little bit while until everybody finds us. There we go. See, Heather is moderating all the way from Hawaii. I knew it. She's on vacation and enjoying, which is great. It's better that let me just lower the volume. See, thank God that I did that, because then I realized that my volume was up. So I think we're okay now. And I saw your pictures, Heather, and I'm so glad you're enjoying the weather, because it's like horrible here in Toronto. It's not horrible. It's just it snowed, like rain, snow, sleet mix yesterday. So it's really messy. There's not snow and it's not rain. It's somewhere in between that is just puddles of like slush everywhere. So not fun. It's not the nice weather to go walking or anything like that. But I see a few of you already. So I'm gonna flip the camera. I'm sure that we're gonna talk a lot about what we're gonna do today. And usually by the end of the term, and this time the end of the year, I like to create a mini album, which is what we're gonna do today. And I had the idea. I saw an album on Instagram one time, and I said, "Oh, I think it's a great idea for a mini." So we're gonna do that with what we have, and it's a simple idea, but we're gonna use a lot of the time. So I am going to flip the camera and we're going to continue talking. Remember, like I said, if you comment or you share this feed, the live session, Heather will be picking a winner at the end of the session for a $50 gift certificate. So I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to get started, and we're going to chat about all the things Christmas, like the fact that I haven't done anything, like no Christmas shopping yet. So it is going to be a fun next few days. So let me just flip the camera and we're gonna get started. So let's take the mouse out of the feed. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I have everything organized here on the desk. So here we go. Like you're gonna see, and see, even pull out the pieces that I was working with. So, like I said, every year, well, for the past few years that I've been working, doing the lives, by the end of the term or the session, I would like to do, use all the pieces that we have left over of any collection to create a mini album. I gotta be honest with you, I love mini albums. Don't make them enough, because I already document in a small file, in a small format. So for me, there's not, the need to have them, but I love them. So I'm gonna show you quickly what we did last year. This is the one we did last year. So with a similar idea. So you can find a link to that in YouTube. And like I said, this one is something that I saw on the Instagram, and I, saved it because I said it's a good idea. So I have the collection. You're gonna see that I have not that many paper. I have very little paper left. Same thing with my embellishments. A lot of them are, have been used in other projects. So I'm gonna chat to you about what we're gonna do today. And what you're gonna need is you're gonna need paper. I'm gonna size. Let me just move stuff around. I have sized my album. That's the best way to say it. I have sized my album, because you can do it in many different sizes. Okay. So let me just move some stuff. I was making fun of the fact that Heather is gonna spend the summer. I was gonna spend the Christmas. Are you gonna spend Christmas in Hawaii, or you're just there for vacation for like the next few days? So let me tell you, Christmas when you are in a hot weather is actually very nice. I've spent many Christmas in Ecuador back in the day. It's actually very nice. So let me just show you what I've done. So as if you go back into the previous lives when I created minis, I've always done my covers with a chipboard. So I am not going to go into detail on how to do it. I'm going to quickly show you how I've done it because I want to show you what else we're going to do. So what are you going to need? Like I said, I have sized my album, this album, to an A2 card, the base. This is 4¼ by 5½. So this is just chipboard, is the one that actually usually comes sandwiched when you get papers online. They come sandwiched with chipboard, or you can use the box of cereal. You just want something that's a little bit sturdy because it's going to help you to keep this all together. So I have this, and then we are going to start with it. So I've cut the base for it. This is just cardstock. I'm going to say around an inch bigger than what it is, like what the base is. And then I've gone ahead and just use my bone folder and my scoring board to help me create the folds. And then what I've done is I cut the edges. I don't cut them straight. I give them a little bit of a curve so that it's going to work when I fold it. Oh, I know. I'm reading the comments while I'm talking to you. And one of the things that I've used, and I think last time people laughed at me, but it's true. I use glue sticks to attach my bases because I like, the best way to describe it is I like to put a lot of glue so that it looks like snot. Okay. So for some reason, I don't like liquid glue to do this. I like to use my base, and I'm going to use my little bone folder here, well, not my bone folder, but whatever I have handy here. See? So I'm just going to do this quickly. Like I said, I'm sure that maybe I can do it after the live. I'll add the link to last year's album or to the one we did in the spring, because I pretty much use the same way of creating the cover, and we did it very detailed last time, so you can find all the details on, why, the whys of everything. Today we're just going to speed it up so we can actually get the album done. And I might actually just go and show you how I'm going to set it up and then finish it offline, and then just create like a small reel with it so you can see it. But this is a great place, once again, to use like, leftover pieces. Just see how many leftover pieces you have of paper, especially, or embellishment. See that you have a nice, what's your average size, and then make your album cover based on that. So like I said, mine is going to be an A2 card size, so 4¼ by 5½. The paper that I'm covering the back with is cut, I'm going to say around an inch bigger on each side. So 6¼ or so, 6½, and around a 5¼ So there you go. It's going to take a little bit to dry. And there we go. So here we go. See, this is, even though, like I said, you got to put a lot of glue so it looks like snot. You can laugh, but it's the best way to describe it. So we have it here. And this is my cover. This is actually I think I already cut it to an A2 size card. That's going to be the cover of my album. And this is actually going to be the back of my album. This is not going to be the front of it. So what I'm going to do just to soften this a little bit, first of all, is I'm going to cut these little extra pieces here because I don't like these little white pieces sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead just a little bit. And that's why it's easier to cut it kind of rounded. You see how when you round your edges, you don't get that white corner, and just use your bone folder to push it in a little bit more. So like I said, we're doing the speed up version, but if you go in YouTube, and I'll probably link it after I'm finished the live, then I'll put exactly how we did it because we went slowly last time. So I'm going to just softly round the edges. Of this, just, okay. And again, you can laugh all you want to. You want to add as much glue so it looks like snot. I don't know which other word to say it, because it literally looks like snot. Yeah. Put that away. This is gonna be here. I am not gonna pierce holes this time. Last time I actually pierced holes, and I didn't know. This time it's just gonna go like that. And I'm going to show you what you're going to need this time to hold this album together. So I'm just going to lightly press so everything is attached. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like my layouts. So there we go. Our base is ready. Okay, so like I said, last year we did the same bases. Just so you see the same bases, but we actually put a jump ring this time. This time what you're gonna need is what do you call this? I call them paper clips, but I know they have a different name. Are they bulldog clips? You're gonna need one. And I have this one. These are from one of Vicky Boutin's collections. I bought a case because they have a rainbow look. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but it has kind of like a rainbow look. So this is what's gonna hold your album together. So you do want to get a clip that is sturdy. So you want something that it's gonna hold your album together. And we are gonna glue the pages a little bit, but this is what's gonna hold it together. So keep that in mind. Okay. So you see already how this is gonna go. Okay. So now, everything that I'm using is actually linked in the comment section in case you're wondering what we're gonna use, like all the Pinkfresh Studio stuff. The rest is just extra that you can find. Okay, so what first thing I'm gonna do is what I did. I'll take the camera, should I say? I have the Festive Leaves stencil, and then I also listed the die, even though I don't have the die. I forgot about that, but I had a free night, so I cut. So I used inks for this. I'm going to show you the inks that I used. I used mint and meadow with ballet slipper and a little bit of bubble gum, and they gave me this lovely kind of raspberry tones. And then I see somebody saying hi. I don't know who it is. It's not that I'm not ignoring you. I can see your name. It's just I'm trying to work out the rest of the stuff here. So I'm just moving a little bit. And then I use, for the other one, I use fresh pear with a little bit of grassy knoll and olive and passion fruit, coral reef, and a little bit of candy apple. I did all of this outside of the cabin. So I have them ready, and that gives me a different tone. So I'm going to show you. Hopefully the camera can catch this. So I have two different tones. This is like really reddish. This is more on the pink side. Okay. There we go. So I have this. So I use this, and this is very simple to create. And if you have the die, even better, because it's just you. Simple, just ink. One, this gives you the base of your leaves. This gives you the details. This gives you the base of your berries, and they give you the details of the berries. So very simple. I am not going to show you this because, like I said, we're going to put it together. And then I fussy cut everything. Like I said, I thought I had the die, but it was something that I was looking at not nicely. So here we go. My leaves are ready here. I also used, this is the nested circles just to create like circles. Because I'm going to use it to create a wreath for my cover. My cover is going to be actually a wreath. So I cut two different sizes, but I have my circles right here. So let's get started. So the way this mini album works, I think you can see it already. We're having the book. Think of it as literally layers that you can peel up. So now you can do it different ways. So before we get, started, so I've cut a few pieces of paper, which I dropped already here. So cut a few. I have quite more pieces. You can use cardstock. I'm going to show you what else I did. But think about it. You can go this way. So, for example, this one already, and I'm going to shush with some stuff. But you have to keep in mind when you create this, that you have to create a fold. Okay, so that's why I have my scoring board and my folder here, because when you flip it, you gotta go like that, then you have to be able to create the fold so it easily flips. So it's easier to just take this, and I'm gonna just give you the measurement of that. It's gonna be based on your, let me just move the mess out of the way first. So it's gonna be based on your bulldog clip. So the one that I'm using here is just like a quarter I don't know the clip part, but then it has around a 1/2 inch like give, so I can push it all the way down. I can leave it here. So it is all gonna depend based on your bulldog clip. So keep that in mind. Okay. So my best idea is just put your paper. You don't want your paper to be sticking outside of the base. You want it right around the edge of the base. You want to hold it, and that just like lightly fold it. So you know where exactly it's gonna fall. Then take that and help yourself with the bone folder here. So it's gonna say, I'm gonna say it's around a 1/2 inch, I think. So it's just going to do that so it helps me with the folding. So I'm just gonna lightly fold it. Okay, and I'm gonna do that with most of the papers. Hi, Carrie. That's my friend right there, who is at home resting from her hip surgery, and I hope she's doing great. So this is pretty much what it's gonna look like. So as you can see, you're gonna be able to do this, and you have pictures, or you can have different layers. Now here's your choices are infinite with it. You can go with something that, like, kind of think of it as steps. So that means that you go with something small and increase the sizes so it looks like a layer album, or you can go with like the same size and then do same size, something small in between. So I'm going to show you a few ideas on how I did this, like what I have in mind. Let's start with some of the papers, and then we'll go with the cover. So I cut this paper because I have it right here. And I don't know the name because, of course, I already cut it, but it's the cut apart. And what I did is the bottom cards had like a little strip of this board strip. So I kept that because that's going to help me with this turn. And then there's also some cards there. And one of the things you have to keep in mind is when you create your mini, you cannot do you can do this, because you cannot do this and then flip it, because then the letters or the words will be upside down. So be mindful of that. Think that your album is going to work this way. So when you use these papers, make sure the words go the right way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I have 2 of these already cut apart here. So again, like I said, at around a 1/2 inch. Just remember, once you flip it, this will go here. And this is actually a smaller. So whenever you look at the cut apart paper, it might look all the same size. They are not all the same size. So you're going to see. When I open it, I have that. So I'm going to have another one here. And this one is, again, cut all of this from one single paper. Then we're going to go ahead and create this little tab, because that's going to be the basis for my pages. And you're going to see that I've created something that changes in sizes as it grows, because that's the best way to put it, as it grows. Okay, and I have another one here, and I'm going to have to trim this. Didn't go as clean on the cut, so I'm just going to clean up the cut a bit here. And you can use tags if you want to. I actually pulled a few tags, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the tags too. And this is, we're going to use a very little bit, not that many of the dies. We're going to use some dies for the words, but then the rest is going to be all paper. So if you have the collection, then go ahead and use it up. Or if you have pieces of other collections, then we're going to work with all that stuff. Remember, this is going to go this way. I'm just putting my layers there. Doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to sit. Okay, I already cut some more paper, so this one is bigger. So I know this is probably going to be what is going to go at the bottom, one of the bottom layers. So I am not going to actually, I might do a 1/2 inch on this too. And I'm just doing that to help me when everything has to be flipped. So you're going to see how softly I'm creating like the different sizes. Okay, I can even go a little bit bigger, which I might. I think I cut it here. So let me just go. I cut a few papers. And this one, again, you can make it as chunky as you want. You can make it as lean as you want. It's all going to depend on this bulldog clip. So that's the first thing you have to go and find. So I have another one, and this one is, you're going to see it. The one with all, don't ask me the names. And this is all from the Happy Holidays collection. I already cut out the trims. Like I said, I'm done to pieces. So this one is going to be probably the one that goes at the very back. So I want to kind of create a little pocket for this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I want this to go. Let me just make sure. I'm just going to mark it with my nail. I'm guesstimating. I'll tell you how big it is here. This is around 3 3/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, give it just like a little pocket. So I'm going to literally, I'm going to move this out of the way. Then take this, make it maybe a little bit smaller, 3 3/4. So here we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and trim that. You can go ahead and actually use a die if you want to. There's the edge dies from Push Studio that you can use for that. I am not. I'm going to keep it, like I said today, very simple because we still have quite a bit to build. So all I'm going to do is, because this is around 5 1/2, I'm going to trim a little bit of this so it actually looks nice on my board. Move stuff here. I have my little clipboard here, so I got to make it shorter. So I'm going to take around, this is right now 5 1/2. I'm going to say maybe this up here. So around 5 1/4, maybe, like 3/8 from the bottom. There we go. We have a 5 1/4. So all I'm going to do is kind of mark the center. So 5 1/2. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just like, so it'll be around here. Take this. I have my little 1-inch punch. I'm just going to cut a little thing there. And then it's going to add some glue here. So which I have right here. I'm going to use some red line tape. I'm trying to find the thin one. It's going to create a pocket for your card. So even though it's like, it moves like this, you can add stuff to it, make it a little bit interactive. So add a little piece here just to help us with this. I'm trying to read your comments as I read this. So I'm going to go here. And we're just going to peel this out. Maybe add a little more piece here. And you're going to see my nails are going to be very helpful today. And if you guys are like, sharing this, thank you so much for sharing it. Like I said, I'm sure Heather is enjoying like, some sand in her toes or something like that. And I am enjoying like, looking at all the slush from my window. So here we go. So I have a little pocket right here. So this one is going to be the one that goes back here. Okay. Again, you can go ahead and score that to 1/2 inch if you want to. Just be mindful that when you add your card has to be smaller so that you can easily, like, stick it in and out without, what do you call it? Without hitting, like, without anything snatching it. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to cut it from the papers that I have here. I actually have some cardstock here that I think will work. Yeah, so this one, because I want to stay like as much as I can. So I'm going to say, again, my nails are like, coming really handy for this. This is just like some pine cardstock that I had on my stash. I just bring the color. So just so you see it. So you have to make sure that your card is small enough to go in the pocket without hitting the bulldog clip. So see, here I have to even trim it a bit smaller. So just keep that in mind when you're creating your interactives. Let's see, did that much better. And we're gonna decorate this, but just so we're gonna start, adding some bones to this. Then you have this piece again. Whenever you're building a mini, whether it's for this or any kind, think about how you're gonna set up your pages. So this is kind of busy. That's what I went with, something that it has a lot of solid, so it takes away from the pattern. So if I go this way, there's a lot of patterns. So I'm gonna go this way. We're probably gonna cover this, so don't get scared. Because even I'm looking and going, Natalie, I think you're adding too much pattern. And I might change this. I don't know yet. So you see. And I can even do this too into like let's do it just so we add more pages onto our mini. So I'm gonna take this again, add around 1/2 inch. So let's see, right there, even less here. And you can actually round your corners if you want to, just to make it like, nicer. I have my corner rounder. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. My punch will help me with that. I'm trying to lightly flip it. Maybe a little bit harder because it is double paper. So like I said, just so you have an idea what it's gonna look like. And you know what you can do too here is I'm going to do it with sorry, give me one second here. Repositionable tape. So I'm going to just help myself a little bit here so my pieces won't move. It's not permanent, but this is the kind that will become permanent if I don't move it. You can stitch it if you want to. That's completely up to you. I'm just, like I said, just so it gives me some bases here. So I like this better, even though it's colorful. I have my card. So look, let me just do this right now. Surrounding my corners. I'm trying to get the garbage not in the clean. So there we go. So I have another shot. Like I said, the clip is not on right now, but just so you have an idea. And I'm gonna, like I said, a little bit of repositionable tape or glue, whatever, is gonna help you just to keep this going. And I am gonna add the clip here. This is gonna help me see what it's gonna look like at the end. So this is the key for you. There we go. So you see, I am most likely gonna add like something that is gonna take or not kill the pattern, but just tame it a little bit. So my favorite things to add, as always, probably will be vellum. Okay. So that will be there. So there's just, you see how it's going. Have another piece here. I have another piece here that I've already scored. So now I gotta be smart. Do I want it this way? Think about it. It will be a little bit on the busy side. So I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. I can go either way. So I can go this way or I can go this way. For now, we're gonna sit it this way. Okay, so there we go. Can you see how slowly the sizes? I think I need something here that is going to be in between. So I'm gonna work on that layer right now, but okay, now this one will fit nicely here. And I'm not gluing this yet. Okay, that's much better. And I'm gonna add stuff in between, so don't worry. I'm just trying to set this all in place. I like this here. And the reason why I like it is because the board here actually works nicely, like, all together. Actually, this here, we're going to remove this one. This one is the next size up. And this one, I like the fact that is actually, for now, we're going to add here. Okay, so you see it right now. And we're gonna embellish this, so don't worry. And we're gonna add more stuff in between. But just so you see how the transition works. I haven't added anything there, but I think I need to add something that is more, maybe a white base up here, just to kill some of this. This one is gonna be down here. But there we go. So we're slowly getting there. Let's work on our cover too. And I have a few things here to help me. You see, I brought this paper too. And you see how I'm down to pieces? Because like I said, it is going to, yeah. Yeah, the clipboard idea is just cute, simple. You can change this if you want to. I just thought it'd be great to add to it. Like I said, the key for you is to find a nice clip. And then you can add things here too. You can add like, pom-poms and stuff like that. You can do it for different seasons. So I'm kind of liking this here. Just because it's kind of cute. But we're going to worry this in 2 seconds. So let's go in the cover. So I have a few things that I also like did outside of the camera. Let me show you. This is available in the shop. This is the Jeff Alpha, and it's a really chunky and it's a really big font, which I thought it was great for the mini, because you don't want to add like lots of words in between, but you can work pieces for your album using the Alpha. So I'm going to be careful because I have cut a lot of it ahead of time. So I've cut the word magic. And this, I don't know if you can see it. It's like, it turns a whole bunch of different colors. So I was like, oh, I like this. So I have the word magic. It's here. I think I cut it twice. No, it's here. Okay. Cut it twice in this color for some reason. Okay, and I cut my bases are white. But I also cut it like this. So I can easily make this part of my album, which is one of the ideas that I had. So see, that's what I was thinking, that I would slide this in between here. I was going to back it with some vellum. Just so you guys see what I'm going with. And that'll be the part, like, of my album. But I think that I just want to add it like this, add the vellum. And then size it to fit here, which is, like I said, I have a few ideas what I was going to do. So let me just clean up a bit so you guys can see better. Because I cut the word you, I cut the word joy, and I cut white bases of the letters, because you can find the Jelf Alpha cuts shadows for your letters, and then it cuts the alphas, so you can actually use them. So I'm actually going to cut my base a little bit. So let's make it 4. Maybe a little bit more here, move it. So we're going to make it 4 inches. And then this is 5. Make it a little bit smaller here. So I'm going to make it, let's see. That should be, make it a little bit smaller here. And you can make this into like another page. I just think I want to leave it as the cover just to help me, like, with this. And take my vellum, and I had just that piece handy. So see, like I said, my mind, I do a little bit of work ahead of time, thinking, I think this would be a good idea. And always when you create, like, any piece, your die cuts or anything, especially when you're working with your alphas, I'm going to say, try to be, what is the word I'm trying to say? Try to be smart, or like, think about the negative piece that you're going to get out of it. So like, I knew that I need to cut the word magic. That I already knew. And I was like, what if I set up my letters in such a way that I can use the negative piece, which is what I'm doing right now. So you see what that looks like? And I thought I had saved the little center of the A, but I didn't. So I probably have to cut the 8 after. But I like that. So again, because I'm going with this look of the round corners, I'm just going to round it. This is a great tool, by the way. Okay. And then I'm just going to go with some tape just to keep it all in place. See the time. See, like I told you, it takes, building minutes is great, but they do take time. Okay. And we'll add some enamel dots or something. And then I have the negative pieces. So now you're going to see, once I bring the piece that I had here, it makes much more sense now. It's not as busy. Okay. I do need to add the little center of the A here, but I can also do this. Might as well keep work on it. So there's some yellow, so I got to bring the green that has the pear ones. So I might as well just work on this already. Let's see. So we're gonna bring that. Then let's go in our ephemera. I have everything here, guys. So might as well work on embellishing this. Magic. So I want to get something that has a little bit of red. I like that. And I want to add, let's see. Not that I was gonna say the teddy bear, it's not a teddy bear. Snowman. And yes, I do need some sleep. And just in case you're going, my God, what's wrong with her? Yes, I need sleep. I woke up today at 4 in the morning because my husband was going away today for a trip to London, Ontario, not London, England. So he had to wake up, and then my daughter also had the early shift at work, 5:30 in the morning. So that means that my husband woke up to drop her off and then go to work. So of course I had to wake up and make lunches. So there we go. Think that looks pretty. So what's my best friend? If you've never been to my life and you guys don't know that my best friend happens to be foam adhesive. Time to get messy here. So foam adhesive. And like I always said, I'm going to just quickly glue it and then I secure it outside of the camera. Okay. They might need something else. It needs enamel dots too. It needs the center of the A2. But just so, you know. So you see now I can add a picture here. So might we'll go and start embellishing this. So I can add like a mat for a picture or, let's see, we're going to just move some stuff here. But you already have the title. You just need the picture here. You just need to add some embellishments so that, when your photo goes on, it looks nice and ready to go. So let's see, what do we have here? Let's see. I kind of like this here. I'm going to take this, and I don't have right now, but I know my picture is going to sit there. So I'm going to tack it with a little bit of foam adhesive here. I'm going to add some ribbon after there, not ribbon, a piece of twine. And then it has space for my picture. And then it needs something else here. So let's see. What do we have? Oh, we have the cardstock stickers. Where did I put them? I know I have. They're on my side. So here's some. Let's see, what do we have here? Because it says 12 days of Christmas, snow days. I kind of like something that's going to hang a bit. So let's see if it's candy cane here. I kind of like this. And for some reason, it came with the backing. So let's just fix it. A little bit of tape here. I'm just going to keep it like that because remember, my picture is going to slide here. So I got to be careful about that. And I can add more embellishments after. But just so we keep building this up. Okay. One. So now here, let's embellish this. And I'm not going to make it super chunky, guys. Okay. So just so you know, really like this. So like I told you before, I cut quite a few. I cut with the Jeff Alpha quite a few pieces. I'm going to put the word you. Like this. And I also have it like this. So this is like mirror gold paper. So I'm thinking that I want that. I just want to make sure that I'm not gluing that in place yet until I know that. See, I like that. So then I can put the picture there. So we're going to go ahead and glue it. Oh, you got to, okay, good. Talk to Heather. Make her tell you about all the beautiful things she's enjoying in Hawaii while I work away here. Are you coming back on time for Christmas? Heather? I think she said she is, so So I'm just going to, I want to have that white base. So here we go. I'm just gluing my letters in place here. Let me move stuff to the side here so it's not, I don't need this for now. Let me just move it up here. Trying to be organized. And I'm feeling at it, so. Nice little shiny. Yeah, this is mirror gold paper. Don't ask me what company it's for because I can't remember. I just know that I bought it at one time and I had it in my stash. And like, you know, when you have like, you're down to like 3 or 4 pages, it was like a pack of 10. I just took them all out and put them all together. So don't know which company, just it's nice and shiny. So that'll be great. Then you can add your picture here. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just glue it. Here, I'm going to use the grid here to help me keep this all in place. So, why? Trying to make sure. There we go. There we go. Let's put this away. Yeah. Perfect, because if it's right there, see, you can slowly see the layers building up. There we go. So you need something here. So let's give it something just small, not big. Let's see what else do we have. And some things that I have here. And just because I have like the theme of the holly and the leaves that I created going on, I'm going to use quite a bit of that to decorate my pages. So let me just look at what I have here. I kind of like this person because it has the green look to it. And I am going to add all my pieces behind. So where did I put it? Over here, so I know what it is. That's because you bring some of that green. So there we go. You have 1 layer, 2 layers there. So now we need something that is going to make this rest. Okay, so when you're building your stuff, think about it that way. So I have this one here. Actually, while I'm talking, I'm looking. I have this here. See, that now picks up on the green. I have the yellow. I want this to be like my resting card. Find it a little bit on the busy side still. So I'm going to actually, let's go and look at what we have here. So that's when your ephemera, I have the tag here, are going to come in handy. So let's do a place when you can add lots of embellishments, or you can add embellishments, or you can add like just your journaling. I think I want to go and pick up some of the green, and I'll probably just go with this. So this will probably just be here like this. That's going to cover some of the colors. So pick up on the green. So again, I'm going to add a little bit of foam adhesive. I am going to add some twine after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that. I'm going to add a little bit of glue down here. Just so you see. And that'll be the next one. I like that. Yeah, so this is a little bit crooked. Once I add my bow here, then what I'm going to do here, just to make it pop a little bit more, and where's my foam? There we go. I know I have a bow here. And that's all I'm going to need. Okay. I want to add the twine. There we go. My picture. I have places to add my Lancer journal. There we go. Another layer built here. Let's clipping this together. Here. So here we go. 1. Maybe you guys can see it there. 1, 2. This one you can pull out. Okay. have here this, and the next layer, I'm gonna keep showing you what I did. So I have the word joy, and I cut it twice. I'm gonna save one of them for my cover. Have the word joy, and did I cut the J? Yes, joy. And I have my negative pieces here. No negative pieces, then joy. And I have some extra here. And I have the word joy. So we're going to repeat the same thing that we did before. I'm actually going to cut it again right here. So like I said, be like, what is the purposely? Cut your die cuts whenever you're cutting them, or die cutting your, like, letters or flowers or anything. Just think about what you're going to get of your negative piece and how you can use it. And that's what I did with mine. I just thinking, how can I use it? What size of photos would you use? You know what? I'm going to tell you that it's probably going to be 3x4s. That's what I'm not going with. Not really tiny pictures. That's what my album is. An A2 size card. So 4.5 by 5.5, 4.25 by 5.5. But 3x4, it's pretty much the size they will go with. I like to create albums for the joy of creating them, not because I fill them with pictures. Just saying. Okay, so this one here, I'm actually going to make it into a little shaker. Not a shaker. We're going to fake the shaker. Okay, so we're going to cut this to 4 inches. Yeah, I'm going to cut this right at the edge. 4 inches. It's not going to be a shaker. We're going to fake the shaker right now. So let's move this out of the way. Foam adhesive. And I think I have the one that comes in strip here. Looking at the time, we're doing great. See, it's hard. It's not that it's hard, not like, it's not that we don't want to show you. I don't want to show you this. Just remember, guys, I only have you guys for an hour. And Heather has to go enjoy more of the sand. And, and I have to go do some Christmas shopping. God, this year, for some reason, it's not that I'm not in the spirit. It's just that I've been so busy, like work and, just been a little bit on the crazy side. Plus, we were very sick for a long time. We had like the horrible cold, which we thought it was COVID for the second time this year, but it wasn't, thank God. But we all went through it. And when, I'm sure it's in every single household, when the mother is sick, it seems like everybody, like everything is like, disorganized, everything. I don't know. So, we have to deal with that too. So again, I am not making a shaker, but I do want that shadow effect on this, okay? You can transform it into a shaker. Just add a piece of acetate in between the cardstock and the foam adhesive, and that will give you the cover so nothing will, like, come out. And then just make sure that you fill all the edges of the board with foam adhesive. Again, you can check, there's a huge library of videos. I think I did a shaker for a layout a couple of weeks ago, but check the cards, you can get them there. So I just need the center of the O, which of course I cut, foam adhesive. And here's what enamel dots are going to be our friends. Okay. And all I did is just make sure that when I cut the word joy, I just put them, in a way that I can cheat, that is purpose, that I can repurpose. There you go, repurpose it after. So I'm gonna add a little bit here. And stash it in place. If I went quiet, it's not because I'm ignoring you guys. I'm just thinking what is going to come up here. Okay, there we go. I'm adding the color. I'm bringing some of all the colors in the collection. So this is going to go here. See how slowly I am building this up. Make sure that when you create your shakers right at the edge of the clip, so you're able to flip it. You're going to see mine. I'm able to flip it. Okay. Let's keep going on that. This one is the next one. And that works now great here because it actually, that joy die cut that I created, the negative piece of the word joy is actually has a lot of white. So it's going to cover a lot of the space, and I can add a picture or something here. Isn't it cute? I know. It's a way of making your shaker. You can make it into a shaker, but that's a great way to just add color. That's going to help me to bring color up here. So always, like I said, be mindful of how you cut your pieces. That's all you have to be worry about is just think of how you're cutting your pieces. Remember, you want to add a picture here. So we're going to go with something. I am using the journaling bits here. And ideally, if you're going to use something that has a pocket, you do not want to put it here. You want to put it here. Because remember, when this goes like that, it's going to slide down. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if anything, I will add it right here. And we might do that actually when I think it's a great place for it. Okay. Okay, that's what I said. A little bit of tape here is going to help you to build this up. And this book clip is actually really strong. Okay, so you see, much better. Let's hold it down a little bit. And I can make it like a big, long, same color situation here. See? Let's move this out of the way so it makes it easier for me to build this up. So there we go. See, I have this now. I can slide apart. I can slide stuff there, which we have here, or I had 2 seconds ago. Oh, here it is. Here, you can add a picture too. And we're going to add some embellishment. We're going to keep it kind of greenish there. And I'm not going to add foam adhesive. Let me see what else I have here. Tis the season. I want to bring some. So I'm just going to keep it like that. Let's get some of these leaves here that I have. Something with the pink, so it kind of builds up on this. And that's okay if it goes all the way. So what we're going to do is move it down a tiny bit. So it's right here. And we're going to put the leaf. Oh, it's stuck. Don't stick it. There we go. Right there. Okay. So then this will go here. And you don't need much. Remember, you have your lines of journal down there. You want to add something here just to, bring it all together. So let's go find just what colors do we have on here. Let's bring in some of this red. Well, actually, we can add this here. And this is going to go like this. Yeah. So I probably just go like this. And I had a piece of vellum which magically has disappeared on my table. Surprise, surprise. But there will be a great place to put a piece of, and I have vellum, so I'm not even going to attack it. I have it here. So vellum is always on my table. For some reason, there's maybe 3 by 4. In the top, the side, 3 by 4, even smaller. So let's trim it a bit here. Let's see. That'll be here, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue this in place. Okay, so I've attached the sticker there. Add your glue behind it, so you won't see the glue. And you can add a little bit here. Remember, the picture is gonna go on top of it, so whatever adhesive you use with the vellum is gonna get hidden. And this might go a little bit off the page. Okay, so there we go. See how slowly this is coming together? Okay. A little bit of tape to hold this leaf down. Perfect. Now here you can add a picture, you can add, stuff. We're gonna have this word joy, which I think would be great. Now I want to be able to add the picture here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to some anti-static powder. It's going to take out the stickiness from here. And this is gonna sit right here. Okay, so we go there, and this one will get the Noel because it's gonna bring the blue from there. Here, sorry, actually, remember I had made them in different sides. This one, we're gonna get this one, peace and joy. Then we have this one here. It's okay if they don't, completely match. You wanna make sure, again, I have an entire, I can go this way, or I can go this way, which I kind of like. There you go. Okay, so they're gonna go this way. I'm not gonna embellish those. I'm gonna do it outside of the camera because I want to show you how I'm gonna do the cover. Okay, so you see how slowly they kind of grow. I don't know how you say it just kind of, the layers grow as you see it. Okay. See, I'm trying to read the comments. See, the joy here doesn't make sense because I have that there. So let me just move this out of the way. Let's find something else. Let's bring some of those leaves. I have this here. And I have some of the leaves. I'm just looking at what it, what it has before. So to make sure that that's much better. And then I can add like a little sentiment when I'm ready for that. That's much better. I don't want it to be repetitive, the joy. Okay. Here, then you have the 'tis the season here, and it's a pocket. Then you can add something here. We'll probably add the picture. I don't want to add anything so it doesn't take away from the joy. Then again, you have, your lines of journal. You have this gonna slide. Then this. Okay, now let's do our cover. And we're pretty much done. So let me just, like I said, you need a strong clip here. Okay, for my cover, like I said, I have this here. What I cut, well, I didn't cut, I have it here. Where did it go? I don't know, but it's through. I have a piece of, I don't know if you can see it, acetate. Okay, the party will be a great place for this. So I'm going to use this to help me with, creating that. So I'm going to cut my cover pretty much to maybe a 3x4, maybe a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and cut my acetate here. So my album, I'm going to leave it at 4. I'm going to make it 4x5. Okay. I don't need this anymore. I am going to mark it a 1/2 inch. Remember, that's what it's going to help me with the fold. I don't need this anymore. Slide and break. So, okay, here we go. I have the word joy here. Like I said, magic. I have my extras here. Oh, here with you. Okay. So I use the nesting dies. Remember to cut the circles. I cut 2 different versions. I think I'm going to use the thicker one. So I'm going to put something underneath so you can see it. Let me find a piece of paper or something. Actually, you know what? Here. I think that helps you see it better instead of that. I can see the comments. Can you see comments? I think it's okay. Okay, so for me, it's fine. I'm hoping you want to move it a little bit down. So you're going to move it towards the bottom of the page. Okay, so I'm not gluing anything yet. So I'm just going to center there. This is where your leaves are going to come in handy to create your wreath. So literally, we are going to cover the circle with the leaves. So foam adhesive, it is going to be my friend on this case. Hope it's going okay. The replay will be available as soon as I finish, I believe. So there we go. And I'm going to try to use a combination of both the colors. So I have this, and I have this one. So let me see. So I'm going to start playing with the leaves until I create my circle here. And it's not going to be a perfect circle, and that's what the circle at the back is going to help me with building that up. So think about, I'm just gonna go ahead and build this, and then I'm gonna talk to you while I do this. So these leaves are not gonna, like, they don't go the same direction to create a circle, but you can actually just, play with them. So I'm going to actually stack them here. Again, foam adhesive is my friend. You're gonna see that I put it way back so that I can lift the ends of this and help me with the next layer. Let me get some of that colorful stuff. I have, like I said, I did quite a bit last night. Well, a couple days ago, actually, build this. And I want to just keep with the movement. So we're gonna go with this here. I like that. Again, back here, where the leaves start. And then I have some of these pines here. I want to add it there. So I'm slowly building my circle. Go here. Let's see another one. I have some of this yellow here. Yep. Actually, I'm hoping to do this way. Here. And I'm gonna actually put a bow there, so that's what I'm okay with, that space there like that. Let's see some of the little pine leaves here. Yeah. You guys can see this. Yeah. So I'll lift this a little bit so I can put this one here. And I'm just gonna play with the leaves. Literally, that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing with the leaves. It's stuck to my finger right now. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's do it this way. There we go. And then something that is gonna bring it like circle here. So underneath, there we go. Okay. Then I'm gonna get some of the reddish. These are way too big, so I gotta just consider this one here. There we go. So there we go. My wreath is almost done. I have these extra ones that are probably just gonna pop them here, like kind of hanging there. I kind of like that. So it's not that I'm going quiet. My brain is going on overdrive right now. So I need another little one here, just to bulk this part out. So yep. So I'm just looking at the time too, making sure, yeah, we're almost finished. So don't worry about it. Okay, there we go. Up a bit. Where's my little album? There we go. Like I told you, I'm gonna build it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to, show you complete. So this is gonna sit right here. Gonna be my top. My wreath is gonna sit right on top of it. I am gonna add a little bit of foam adhesive behind it. Or actually, I'm not. So I'm gonna glue it straight there. And the word joy. That's what I cut the shadow out of white cardstock. Okay. And then I have my letters. J. O. And where's my Y? It has disappeared. How did my Y disappear? But you see? Oh, I cut the Y too. Oh, I don't know where it went, but it's upside down. Sorry. It's here. And the word joy is going to sit right here. Okay. So that's going to be the cover of my album. So my wreath is literally to glue it. You're going to need glue for this. Okay. And then to cover the back, I am actually going to cut a circle from the nested die, which I didn't do. And I'm going to cover this part on the back. So remember, you're going to put it towards the bottom of your page. Okay. Right there. I know Heather wants to go enjoy the sun. We're almost finished. This is gonna need some foam adhesive, but I'm gonna do that outside of the camera so you guys can see how it finishes. And then I'll create a little reel with the flip of the book so you guys can see how the mini looks at the end. It needs to be over embellished too, so don't worry. Don't worry, Joy will be here. And there we go. So let's see if we can flip it quickly. Okay, so the word Joy is gonna sit there. You know what? I'm gonna add some foam adhesive right now, so I can actually flip it without, just one little piece. Like I said, I don't want to take Heather away from her vacation either. Okay, there we go. So let's clean this up. Let's clean up the table so you guys just can see the album. There we go. So you have your cover. And this will make a great card, by the way, too. Like I said, once you flip it, I am going to cut using the same die as circle. I don't mind if you see the white, but I don't want you to see this. So I'll do that outside of the camera. And then you have your album. So like I said, I'm going to embellish this outside of the camera. Okay, and it will benefit from a little bit of glue to keep the pages together. But just so you see it, I'm going to take it off the clip so you guys can see it. Okay. So enjoy this one actually in and out in the word mat. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and glue them outside of the camera and then the clip here in place. And it just needs to be secure. So there you go, guys. This is my little album for today. And I hope you actually enjoy it. Like I said, it's not a hard album. It's actually very easy. The key for you, if you don't want to see the mess that's behind, the key for you is gonna be finding this book clip. Like not a nice bulldog clip. And then you can stay in the clipboard. You can stay here. You can take it out, you can take it out after. It's just try to find one that is really strong so it will hold your pieces together. Okay. If I want to, I can pull it out and put it in a journal. If I want to, I can change the pages. So there's lots of different options for you guys. So I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see it. See, it's not straight. That's why I say I need to glue the pieces together. I know that stitching them will keep them even safer, but just so you guys see it, okay? So there we go. See, everything is moving because it's not secure. But sorry, guys, the best I can do on for an hour, I will have to secure more. You will need a lot more of a foam adhesive to keep it right in place. But for you guys to see it, I think it's great. So I hope you enjoy it. As always, like I said, we like to finish with a mini album, like a shortened version of it. So I'm going to flip the camera so I can see you. In 1 second. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I hope you enjoy. Really, this is always fun to put together. Yeah, I'm. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, thank you. We're gonna make sure that Heather can pick a winner. Probably she did and I missed it because I was really involved into getting this together for you guys. But this is a great, like I said, think of it the way that I saw it is somebody had created the clipboard just out of plain cardstock and they were switching the inserts of the album as it went along. And then I don't know how she finished at the end, but the way she did it is actually she stitched all the pages together. So at the end, she can have them all in one single massive, book clip or something. But I think it's a great idea. So we have a winner, and that is Jill. I don't want to say your name because I'm going to destroy it. But Jill, congratulations. You won a $15 gift certificate to the shop. Please email Leah at pinfreshstudio.com. Give her a few days because she's quite busy right now. But I am always, I'm always available if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm going to take it off camera, secure it with foam adhesive because it needs to be secure. Add a few more embellishments. And then what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to take some pictures. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a reel so you can actually see like a video or how it flips once I finish. And as always, if you try, make sure you tag Pinkfish Studio and you tag me so I see what you did with that. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't think I'll see you for a while. So have a great, great holiday season. Thank you, Heather, for helping. She's enjoying the sun, and I'm jealous of that. As always, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to be here, and I'll see you soon. So have a great, great Christmas, and I hope the next year is just awesome. So thank you, guys. Bye. Where are you going?
I continue, we drive.
You going right now?
Yeah. Okay, cactus.